Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology Bliss. Carl, you look fine, I promise. You guys didn't see him in my previous videos. This is my cat, Carl. He's gotten big and even fluffier. And he was like, do not put me on camera right now. I am not ready. Look at his face. Anyway, I just wanted to apologize that I disappeared for a little bit. You know, life can get in the way sometimes. Life can get in the way sometimes, and, you know, I just wasn't sure if I was gonna come back or not. Maybe eventually, but I didn't know when. Then I started getting, you know, messages and comments saying, like, when are you doing next month? And, like, oh my gosh, you have to come back. And, you know, as a Pisces, I can say self-doubt is pretty common. And, you know, this is me saying that I really do appreciate you guys messaging me and reaching out to me for readings. I'm really glad that I was able to help you guys in some way, and I'm going to do my best to keep doing readings for you. I will be honest and say, in terms of getting things done quickly or in a timely manner, you know, there are a lot of readers who are like, every 2 weeks I'm going to have everyone's readings out, and, you know, I can try and do that, but I know myself, and you know, I'm going to start now by getting out 2018 reading for each sign, so those are going to trickle out, and we will go from there. But again, thank you for being here. Here's your reading. Hey Cancer, welcome back to Astrology Bliss. Here is your monthly reading. So before yearly reading, not monthly. Oops. Well, I guess technically, we're going to start with this 3-card spread right here. So I got this deck, the Chrysalis Tarot. It's beautiful, but the cards have, I feel, much more depth than, you know, classic tarot that I've learned how to read. I would not consider myself skilled enough to do a full reading with them yet, like skilled enough with these cards. But I did want to pull 3 cards right now. You know, I guess just to see where your energy is at right now. And funny story, so technically I'm a Virgo rising, but I was born in England, and I moved to, you know, the United States in Connecticut when I was 3 years old. And apparently if you move more than 100 miles from your birthplace, it has the potential to alter your rising sign a bit. So I looked what my rising sign would be if I were born in New York at the same time. And I would be a Cancer rising, which makes so much sense. But it also makes a lot of sense that I'm a Virgo. And, you know, I think it's kind of created a cusp of some sort. But the message for the monthly I definitely resonated with a lot. So the first card is called LP, which is also the star in classic tarot. So, I mean, the basic meaning I'm going to go over here, it's the same as the star, but, you know, there's a story behind each of these cards. So, LP, you know, she's the, I don't want to say goddess, I don't know what I want to call her, but, you know, she has, like, golden hair, she comes out every night, and she puts out these lights, stars, right, that, you know, remind us that no matter how dark it is, no matter how much we can't see, there's always a little bit of twinkle of light, and you have to remember that. Because when things get really dark, we really, really have a tendency to forget that. Whatever happens, whatever is happening for you right now, whatever has happened, maybe you're coming out of it, but it's just so important to remember to stay positive. And remember that whatever you're dealing with is not permanent. It's not forever. Then we have the 5 of Scrolls. So the 5 of Scrolls talks about self-sacrifice. And it talks about you may have to sacrifice whatever it is that you want for yourself in order to serve the greater good. Maybe you are completely on a mission to follow, sorry for fidgeting so much. Maybe you're completely on a mission to, find whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, what's going to make you really happy and blah, blah, blah. But the Five of Scrolls talks about questioning, is what you're doing only good for you, or is it good for other people? Are other people benefiting from, or people, animals, anybody, but is someone else benefiting from what you're striving for besides you? And then this card, which is the Ten of Stones. So the Ten of Stones, so in classic tarot, Ten of Pentacles talks about, material success, material wealth, having a lot of luxury, having a lot of things that we love, stuff like that. But this card asks you to, okay, so you can see, I don't know what this creature is, like a gnome or a sprite. Okay, they called it a sprite. So this little sprite is holding on to these crystals for dear life. And the story with this card goes that the crystals are taken away from the sprite. And, at that point, when you lose your material wealth, your material possessions, do you still value yourself the same? Do you feel worthless, or do you feel full? And it asks you to question your psychological connection to the material world. And these cards for me were, I just laughed when I got them because I was like, wow. The other night, okay, I am usually the mom. If I'm ever out with my friends, I hold people's keys, their wallet. I don't lose anything, usually. Can't even knock on wood because it happened, as I'm about to tell you. And last night, I lost my very expensive pair of headphones, which I'm a musician, and they're everything to me. And in a separate time frame, also lost my wallet. So after I had a good freak out for about, 4 hours and then went to sleep, I woke up, still felt awful. And throughout the day, I just felt myself accepting it more and starting to question, these are material things. How am I less valuable as a person if I don't have them? Like, yes, obviously it makes things more complicated if I don't have my wallet, and I really hope somebody returns that and the headphones. But, at the end of the day, everything is replaceable. What's not replaceable is your spirit, your self-love, your love for other people. That Carl's getting up. Stuff, anything you buy, you can buy again or not buy. And it's like the world won't end. So just keep that in mind. And yes, through this deep reflection, I have somehow made peace with my losses yesterday. And you know what? When things like that happen, I don't think it's because we're being punished or something like that. I think it's because the universe is trying to tell us something. Maybe it has been trying to tell us something, and I don't necessarily know if we've been listening. And yeah, so with that, let's get on to your yearly reading. 2018. Ooh. Yeah, if you're wondering what this fun little light is, yeah, my dad buys cool, weird, unique presents, and it's like a book and a light. It's pretty cool. And I thought it was perfect for these videos. So thanks, Dad. But yeah, so this feels like January. February, March. Too many decks here. April, May, June, oh. September, October, November, December, put these two at the end. And these two need to come out now. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So, let me see. So Cancer, this could be your energy, okay? Maybe you have fire in your chart, but you don't have to. Maybe nobody you're dealing with has fire in their chart. Either way, Queen of Wands in reverse is getting like reversal of passion. Yeah, I'm really getting reversal of passion. So whatever that might mean to you, yeah. Okay. So the card that I put over to the side is the Six of Cups. So reversal of passion, and then these two here, the High Priestess, which is often Cancer. I see it as Pisces or Cancer. It's like the two most psychic, right? And then you have the Five of Cups in reverse, which is beautiful. So actually that could be, I could be going with what I was just speaking about with, you know, giving up material possessions, or not giving them up, you know. But if you lose something, right, that's what the Five of Cups is all about. It's about mourning the loss of something. And, you know, the typical meaning of the Five of Cups is when you're so focused on what you lost and not what you have. And, you know, just getting into the habit of expressing gratitude daily. You know, have a gratitude journal. I have this really cute little green one here. I also have an app that happens to remind me exactly when I usually need it. You know, I might be really like moody and upset about something, and it'll suddenly pop up and be like, what are you grateful for today? And I'll be like, fine. And just by doing that, you really kind of shift your mindset into a positive space, and it's really powerful. But, so the Five of Cups in the reverse and the High Priestess here, it's, what I'm getting is being aware of what you have lost, because, you know, we lose specific things for a reason. Be aware, letting go any sadness and negativity that we may associate with it, and focusing on your higher self, your higher powers, your intuitive senses, developing your psychic senses, and just focusing. You know, you can have nothing material, and then when it comes to yourself, if you love yourself, you have everything you need. Okay, so the energy for January. Ooh, the Empress. Perfect. The Empress, okay, yes, in this card, she is very pregnant. Some of you could be very pregnant, or maybe slightly pregnant, or not pregnant. The Empress also talks about abundance. So I actually have this inspirational quote as my phone background. And this quote is, abundance is not something you acquire, it's something you tune into. And it's true. You know, the consciousness, like, being conscious of abundance and bringing that into your thought process and making that one of your new thought processes is, you know, that is how you become abundant. It doesn't come to you, you know, one day. You're not gonna, I mean, hey, you might trip over a random bag of money, and if you do, feel free to send it this way. But point being that that's not abundance. That's luck. That's prosperity. That's a gift. Awesome. But abundance is having everything you need inside you. And January looks like a month where you're really going to be channeling all of that. And it's in the upright, and it's going to be coming to you. This is also a very nurturing maternal card. You know, your Cancer, right? That's the card of the moon, Luna, the mother. Yeah, January is just, to me, this speaks of, you know, a time to feel the abundance you've been working on, feel the gifts that are coming into you, and allowing yourself to receive them. Okay, so February, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So this could be a sense of not having stability. But either way, this card is just so positive that even in the reverse, I mean, in this deck, it's beautiful. So what I'm feeling for this is maybe working towards that feeling of stability with somebody, with a person, with a job, with roommates, with someone like that. And you're working towards it, but I'm getting the feeling it's delayed in some way. You know, you're not quite there yet. You can see it, like it's in your line of sight, but you're still working towards it. You're not quite there. But this is still a really like beautiful energy to be working with for February. Okay, so for March, we have the moon. So this can be you stepping into something where you are not clear on it. You know, maybe you don't have all the details. Maybe you're not aware of everything you need to be aware of. I'm also getting that maybe you're stepping into something. I'm almost getting like the Fool energy, you know, where it's taking the leap of faith without necessarily seeing what's in front of you. But I'm not getting like a negative connotation with this moon card. I'm getting, you know, your Cancer. I know any of my water signs, they're cool with all the lunar moon stuff, you know? So I don't see it as negative. I'm not seeing it as like, there's a secret, you don't know. You know, like some readers will make people crazy. But this is just, I think it's you walking into something you don't know yet, but you're doing it fearlessly. That's what I'm getting for this. You know, maybe you really start working on your psychic self and you really start opening up that channel for yourself to start, you know, utilizing that energy and growing into your own power. I don't know. It could mean a bunch of different things. April, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, which is beautiful because so the Four of Pentacles in the upright is when you're clinging too tightly to earthly possessions. You're clinging too tightly to money. This is the person that doesn't give to other people. They just hold on to it. They're like, no, I need this. And it's like, in April, you are stepping into this, you know, power of, or this state of being able to let go of things and not hold on too tightly and understand that everything in this world is temporary and the only thing we need to hold on tightly to is ourselves, okay? And the love we have for ourselves. And if you are able to let go of things that you understand are not forever, it's a much healthier mindset to be in. So in May, we have Judgment in reverse. So you've been working with this amazing energy for, you know, the start of the year. Judgment in the reverse is you're needing a wake up about something. You need to wake up to some fact, something about environment. Okay, I'm feeling your environment. It could be your home. It could be your work. It could be something about your environment you're not seeing. You're just not woken up to it yet. But with this being the theme for the month, it's important and you need to wake up to it. Okay, so that is May. June, we have the Fool in reverse. So what I'm feeling for this card is I'm feeling like there's going to be an offer for something. There's going to be an offer to start something new, to start on this new pathway. But I feel you choosing not to take a leap of faith on something. You know, maybe it was a journey that you set out to do. You already decided you were going to do it, and when it's about time to do it, you hold off and back up, and you're like, I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to delay it. It's not the right time. So whatever that could mean for you. In July, going with that, you have the Hanged Man. So this is taking time off. Okay, this guy, right, guy, girl, whichever you want, or neither. Anyway, they're tied to a tree, right? They're not moving anywhere anytime soon. The purpose of hanging upside down from a tree is, I believe it was a story in Buddhism. I cannot remember which one, but it's basically hanging from a different perspective, looking, you know, he looks at the trees, and say he walks down this path every day, right? It looks pretty much the same. He's hanging upside down from a tree. The path takes on a completely different perspective, and he's able to see it differently. He's not walking down that path. He's hanging there and looking at it differently before he continues to walk down it. So with not taking the journey the Fool is suggesting to take here, or suggesting that you were thinking of taking at one point, this is saying you're going to take some time in July to hold back, alter your perspective on something before you start making like a drastic move. And in August, you have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And this card speaks about coming out of a time where you might feel vulnerable, might feel like exhausted. You know, Cancer, I know you guys are constantly giving your energy out to everybody, overextending. Word of the month, year for you guys, stop overextending yourselves. And I know you just want to give a lot, but you have to give to yourself too. But in August, I'm feeling you're coming out of a time of just giving, being vulnerable, feeling, and when you're in that state where it's almost like you're pulling from an empty well, right? There's a drought. You want to give everyone water, but where are you getting this water from? So you're coming out of a time where, I know this card is usually like, you know, watching your back, but I'm really just coming out of a time where you're trying to give from an empty place yourself. In September, we have the World in reverse. So, what I'm getting for this is some karmic theme that has been going on for a long time. I think before this year. And I think it's going to be something that you are revisiting. Okay, it looks like Mercury does retrograde in September. So I don't know what this is, guys, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, your ex is coming back. And I know a lot of us are like, oh my God, no, please. Like literally no. But September, you're going to be revisiting something. And it's a major arcana. It's the last major arcana. It's a big one. And that's not to scare you. It's a beautiful card. It was my phone background for a while. I love this card. But whatever it is, there was some cycle that either you thought closed out or needed to close out or needs to, and it just hasn't yet, but you're going to go revisit it for whatever reason. In October, you have the Magician. Okay, you guys are seriously looking beautiful this month. First of all, there's so many major arcana here. So, I don't know what is going on for Cancer in 2018, but like, oh my God, it's a big year in an awesome way. So, you guys, I'm getting abundance. You are manifesting all this abundance, whether it's internal, you're feeling it externally because it's all internal. Whatever you're working towards, you're bringing it towards you. You know, you have a vision of the direction you want to go in, what you want to see, what you want your life to look like, who you want to look like, as in your authentic self, and you're doing it. Okay, in November, you have the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful emotional balance. You are embracing the feminine aspects of yourself. You have the ability to nurture, love, give from a stable place because you yourself are emotionally stable and filled up. Cancer, I really think it's going to be a hugely emotionally transformative year for you. But this is beautiful. And in December, you have the Seven of Wands. So, in the reverse. So, if you have felt like, you know, maybe switching into this mindset, you've had to kind of push people away and really stand your ground on what it is you're trying to do, you're getting to come out of that energy so you can just be. You know, enough with defending yourself to people, enough defending who you are, who you want to be, what you're trying to do. And this is actually something I was thinking of saying earlier. It's if you met yourself, would you want to be friends with you? And, you know, do people see you as the person you are? Do you like the person that people think you are? And, you know, if you're unsure, hiccups, if you're unsure, what do you need to do so you can step into your authentic power? So you can stop trying to, you know, essentially cover up who you are to try and fit in with who you think you need to be. Because we can't attract things that are meant for us until we are our authentic self. And so the final two cards that I put over here on the side, it's the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. And what I am getting for this is you might be nervous to let other people see you for who you are. You know, see you for the quirky, weird, cat-loving individual that you are. And the message I'm getting here is don't. Okay, it's much... We have it reversed when we think it's more terrifying to be ourselves than to be who we're not. And if you can, first message, I mean, for everybody, is love and accept yourself, and the world will do the same back. And we all just need to get out of our own heads. And here's the thing. When we think that we are not good enough as we are, the world will see us that way. When you change your perception and you say, I'm awesome, I'm amazing, here I am, other people will see that. And that's the energy that they will, you know, that's the energy they pick up, and they'll love you for who you are. And if you're around people who don't make you feel loved and make you feel like you need to change, they're the wrong people. You know, you guys are amazing. I know you guys are super tense right now and anxious and panicking and moody because, let's be honest, Cancers are very moody. I get it. But you guys are awesome. You have a great reading for 2018. You should be really excited. I would love to hear what you guys think. If any of this energy has started coming in, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for still sticking around, even though your reading is over. If you do want a private reading with me, just email blissforestastrology@gmail.com. The link will, or I guess the email address is posted below. And depending on what kind of reading you want, we can discuss rates. Yeah, but I am best at doing really in-depth astrological chart interpretations. I can do it for you personally. I can do it for you and a romantic partner. And then there are 3 different types of charts that I can do for that. I can also do a tarot reading for you, or we could do a package where we do both. I'm pretty flexible, I'm pretty understanding, and really I'm not in this for the money, I'm just in it to help people. So we can work something out. But I would love to hear from you guys. But have a great night. Bye.